On a spectacular March day in the heart of Amish country in Preston, Minnesota, I'm Dan Ehrlich with KSMQ Plus, and today we're going to take a look at a gentleman who has his own maple syrup business. Let's go take a look at his operation. While visiting historic Minnesota Bluff country, Harmony, Rushford, Preston, and the like, one expects to see Amish carriages hugging the far right lanes, lots of fishing and bicycle-related encounters, bed and breakfasts galore, and if you look deep enough into the woods from a certain rural gravel road, Dave Carlin's family-owned maple syrup business, Carlin's Sugar Shack. With help from his wife Marlene, friend Eric Gunderson, and his father John Carlin, Dave has designed and engineered this very slick and sweet syrup operation from the rural property his family has owned for decades.
Well, this is where I tap trees. This is what most people would call their sugar bush. Back in the olden days, that's what they used to call them, the sugar bush. And I'm all on tubing. I got rid of all my buckets. I used to do buckets. Okay, so in this building, I built this building. Inside of here, I got a 5-horse gas motor running on an old Westfalia Surge dairy vacuum pump they used to use in dairy farms and to put the vacuum on the cows when they milk the cows. So I've got that running on a 5-horse gas motor, and that's pulling the vacuum on the trees. And then that goes into a releaser, and then you'll see the releaser actually cycling and the sap in and out of the releaser, and that's what keeps the vacuum on the trees, is this releaser.
David has multiple trees tapped on a friend's property all along this hillside just a quarter mile from his home and his sap boiler. His 80-year-old father loves to truck the sap down the road with his ATV every day throughout the season, which typically ends sometime in April. From here, things get a little technical as Dave runs the fresh sap through the process of reverse osmosis.
And out of the tree, it's like 2.4%, 2.5% sugar, which is 35.3 gallons to 1. It's about what it is, so that's where it's at right now. And then I run it through my RO system, and right now I'm ROing it to about 9, almost 10% sugar. This is the hydrometer. You can see kind of on the numbers there. You can see it there. And so when I take it from 2.5% sugar at 35 gallons to 1 gallon of syrup, I take it to 10. I only need 8.8 or 9 gallons of this concentrated sap to make 1 gallon of syrup. So I'm taking out a lot of water out of the sap before I even have to evaporate it.
Now comes the fun part. As the syrup evaporation team continually feeds a high-temperature wood-burning stove that heats the sap to evaporate the remaining water. What's left is the sweetest, hot, homemade maple syrup you've ever tasted. For more information about Carlin's Sugar Shack, send an email to David at carlinscolonies@hotmail.com. And now comes the real test. In the KSMQ Plus Test Kitchen, I'm Dan Ehrlich for KSMQ Plus. What the heck.